our daily dilemma, and big changes to the school kids bonus has many parents fuming. The bonus is now means tested and it's not clear which parents are eligible. Let's welcome Alex Brooks from Kidspot.com.au to the panel. Alex, you talk us through it. Who gets it and who doesn't? Who misses out?
OK, so the school kids bonus has definitely changed in the last few years. In 2013, the Gillard government introduced the cash bonus at back to school time and mid-term time. And there was a lot of fanfare at the time. And if you look at kidspot.com.au, there is tons of stories about the education entitlements parents can get. And these just seem to change every 6 to 12 months. And the issue is the latest change, introduced by the Liberal government, is to means test it this year. So any family that gets Family Tax Benefit Part A will receive it. If you earn over $100,000 a year as a family, you don't get it. And that means testing hasn't really been communicated. So, as I said, launched with great fanfare a few years ago. It's just you have to bury yourself in the Human Services website to find this out if you're not, generally receiving a lot of...
And that $100,000 is a combined family
That's
income.
right. That's correct.
Which is a bit tough, I think. I mean, if you're talking about families who just have maybe 1 or 2 children, OK, but then if you've got 4 or 5 kids and you're sending them to school starts next week, it's expensive. The uniforms, exactly right. The supplies, all sorts of things.
But no one should be surprised about this. The government, the Liberal opposition said they were going to abolish it when they were in opposition.
But I think the communication has been quite poor.
But it was actually, wasn't it announced in the budget? I thought it was
announced. Well, it was very confusing because it's one of the very few election promises that Tony Abbott's actually kept.
Don't be so mean.
But look, I might even go on swinging for this because the Liberal government is actually doing what a Labor government should do, which is giving financial support to people on lower incomes and not just throwing away money at people who could probably do quite nicely on their own. Thank you very much indeed. And, all the...
It's lower middle class now. That's what that is. Let's be honest.
Maybe you could radiate it so it didn't just cut out immediately, and maybe there should be sort of, it should be factored in whether it's 1 income or 2 incomes and that sort of stuff.
I think so.
But really, you only have to jump in your time machine and go back to, 2012, and everything's going to be OK. Like, it's only been around for a few years. People can survive without it.
But there was a tax refund before that, and there's always been some sort of government support to acknowledge that education...
Not when I was having kids, which is, because I'm so old, was ancient history. And, yes, I only had 2 children, and one of the reasons I only had 2 children was because we had a particular decision about a quality of life that we wanted to provide to those kids. So, Jess, look, I think it's fabulous that people have 5 children. Good luck to them. I couldn't imagine it myself. But, then don't I expect the government to look, to pay for it all. I'm sorry. I knew I'd be the right-wing reactionary on this.
Everything is so expensive these days. You're paying more in your mortgage.
Do you really think the government's paying for it? I mean, what is it, $800 for a secondary job? An investment in family is an investment in the country.
Totally.
I mean, how else do we build ourselves if we don't give... there's got to be a balance in society. Do I need a bonus? Not at all. I don't need it, but there's got to be a balance. People do need a hand, and an investment in the family is a good investment.
And we've been talking about homeless people and how they, so as a government, how do you prioritise? How do you say, well, look, we need to put more money, for example, into homeless people, or we need to put more money into defence, we need to put money into security? I mean, I understand the difficulty.
So if we're going to invest in education, in getting kids to school and staying at school, we need to support families to enable them to do that.
Let's see what you think at home. We have a couple of feedback coming in. We have this: it's unfair. Either everyone gets it or no one gets it, says Meredith Hope. Then there's this: I think it's pretty fair. Honestly, why would a household that's earning over $100,000 a year need it unless they have a dozen kids? And this one, isn't the bonus the fact that they're going back to school in a week? He's had a couple of cracking comments this week. Very Jason Green. Alex Brooks, thank you very much. From Kidspot.com.au.